How do we make capitalism work a little bit better? Here is a law that I would love to see enacted. We have an election cycle coming up yet again, and so all of these candidates are going to be out there telling you these absolutely nonsensical ways they're going to be making your life better. This is the first step. Take all of the aggregated data that is out there and make an absolute moratorium on using it with serious fines that are not, loopholeable to get around. So every time you use any of the aggregate data that exists out there right now, you get a $100 fine. So for every piece of data, right? So that would make the average fine, I don't know, probably $1 billion, who knows? So aggregate data is all of this stuff that you don't know that you have signed up for, that you have opted into. Every time you use your phone number at the gas station or the grocery store to buy fuel or to buy eggs, and you get the 7 cents off a can of beans, all of that becomes aggregate data that goes into a system to sell you things. So a little known kind of behind the scenes look at advertising is a long time ago, they realized they don't have to have a good product. They just have to find the right market. And that is kind of the antithesis of what capitalism should be. Capitalism should be that the best product wins the market, but they have stopped doing that. And instead, what they do is they buy aggregate data, and using this large amount of aggregate data, they can identify you. You have a profile. They know what medications you take because you use GoodRx and you put in your phone number at the Walgreens. They know what you buy. They know where you buy it. They know when you buy it. They know what your kind of general financial outlook is because of all of this aggregate. Every time you use your credit card somewhere, that gets aggregated and gets sold to anybody who wants to buy it. You can actually go on and buy this aggregate data and look at very specific things around your neighborhood and your town. So if we put an absolute moratorium on the use of any existing aggregate data, and then the next thing that we do is say that if you want to aggregate data, you have to explicitly have opted into it. So none of this, you go to a website and the cookies say, by default, it's checked that you agreed to marketing and all of that. Absolutely none of that. Absolutely no websites that automatically send you emails if you go to their website. That is out. If you sign up, you have to absolutely make a conscious decision to opt in. And if you don't do that, great. Then we start charging people. So what they have done here is the illusion of choice, which is the same thing we do to toddlers, right? You give them the illusion between two things. And we have this in our elections, we have this in our products. And from a capitalistic point of view, the illusion of choice is not the best thing for capitalism. So if you want capitalism to function better, we are going to have laws that rein in the abuse of that capitalistic system.